on today's video, as Galaxy Star is upon us, it is time to push once more. We got all the way through CC26 and about to unlock the T9 Cruisers. I'm going to bring you along the journey of just pushing the life out of as many T9 Cruisers as we can. So sit back, slap a like on the video, and let's go. Hey there, YouTube. Galactic Gecko back at you from space, and we are back trying to get another Galaxy Star win. Hopefully, we'll see how this one works out. We're in 26th place right now. It's the first day. It's the stage of building upgrades, research upgrades, and flag and spaceship construction. So this is going to be a good one. Before we start, don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe down below, and this video is brought to you by the makers of Infinite Galaxy. So, what's the plan today? Well, we've already pushed CC26 off camera. And we already pushed Research 26 off camera and started our military research for the rank 9 cruisers. We already got all the helps we need. So at this point, it's click on speed up, click on use, make sure we're using only tech research speed ups, which is fantastic. And just like that, come the T9 unlock. Now comes the fun part. And that is, we're essentially going to open up a bunch of bags and just push the life out of T9 cruisers. Unfortunately, though, before we do that, we got to get this T8 cruisers out of the way really quickly. And then we can start going in batches for the T9 cruisers. Now, I might spend some corium on the speed ups, depending on how it works out. But right now, the focus is right there, baby. And it's going to get expensive real quick. And you guys are going to say, well, Gecko, you don't seem to have that many resources to get this done. Fret not. We got this. Before we begin, just so we don't have to do this every time, let's go ahead and pop a little bit of goodies. Pop a little bit of goodies just so we don't have to deal with this later. We can take a little bit of you and definitely pop a bunch of you because we're going to need pretty much everything in plasma that we got. So we can just open up these plasmas real quick. Although the majority still stays at the smaller tier ones, let's open up all the resources. Not all the resources, but we're going to open up a decent amount so we have good resource availability so we don't have to bother with opening more throughout training, although we definitely will end up having to do so, especially the nickel's a bit low. Let's fix that real quick with a little bit of that. That should help out a little bit. And at this point, it's just click. Go here, use, shipbuildings. Yes, let's go, baby. We're on. Now, for this particular thing, we're probably more than likely going to end up spending generic speed ups as well for the push. But if you're interested in knowing how many points we're going to get out of all this, it really depends on how many batches we're going to make. But at this particular scenario, we're sitting at, we just got to double check really quickly. I want to make sure that on the crew formation, we're not messing up. Yeah, we're not messing up. We're good. And so we could have done a little bit better, leveled up more crew, make it a little bit cheaper and whatnot. The way this is going to work out is we are going to get roughly, for every 1 power up, 10 points. And so if we look at the power right here real quick, we're going to make 71,000 per. I'm right? I'm not crazy. Yeah, 71,000 per, or 280k points per, or essentially a milli per run. And so this is going to get interesting. We're still on the ship building speed ups. We got plenty of those to go, but we can take a quick peek at our points right before we continue just straight up pushing because we got a ton to get through. And just from 2 batches, we're already up to 5th place. And I mean, we are about to push. We're about to push, boys. And so here we go. Them T9s are upon us, and let's do this. Batch number 3 out of the way, and that is another 20 T9 cruisers for a total of 109 we have so far. Curiously enough, if you ask, how is it that you have an uneven number when you're trading batches of 5 and 4 of them at a time? Well, we did buy a few of the T9 cruisers at the time when they came out in bundles, so we could have a little bit of that extra good stuff early on. Shipbuilding speed up still here for our 4th batch. And so, yeah, we're doing good. We're doing very good. I'm going to keep pushing. Really, the nickel doesn't worry me. It's more the titanium than anything else. And I didn't even open all my bags. We're just going to go crazy. prepare for a war event coming up. One of those, you know what I'm saying? One of those events coming up in the next few hours. We're going to fight Ronin. So having T9s is very nice. We're up 2 million power already from yesterday, including all the buildings we did and all the shipbuildings we're going through. We just got to make sure we keep hitting the T9s. We don't want to have a mistake and start training something else. So I'm keeping my eye on that. But so far, we've not unlocked the frigates just yet. We will unlock frigates probably in the next Galaxy Star. We want to push a ton of those. But for now, due to I would say a little bit of lack of plasma, I'm sitting on about 6 million plasma, give or take, in my bags. After pushing a building that was 5 million plasma and all that stuff, it gets expensive real quick on the plasma department. So I was a bit low on that. I don't want to go too crazy. And so 1 million plasma going down the drain for frigate T9 research, which is not something I wanted to do at this point. I would prefer to have as many T9 cruisers as I am very heavy on the Cyclops, and make sure that at least my Cyclops is like the baddest boy of, well, it's not going to be because there's crazier players than me in this nebula, but you know what I'm saying. It's not going to be the baddest boy in this nebula, but it's gonna be a decent boy, I guess, a decent one with all these T9s. Hopefully, we can reach a point where we have a full-on fleet of T9 cruisers that we can get the full amount in terms of a full fleet type of thing. But we'll find out in a second how much we end up getting through. Now we reach the generic speed ups. We're still using. Oh well, I don't know what we're using there. Are you? Okay, complete. Cool. I know that was weird. We still have the 5-minute shipping, the shipbuilding speed ups, but it's based on the way it's calculating it. It's leaving a ton of these shipbuilding speed ups. I'm gonna go ahead and tap that first, and now we're going straight into the generic speed ups. So you got plenty of those to go, and I'm not too worried about it. But I am a little bit annoyed that I kept talking throughout this and forgot what number batch this is. But we do have now 300. Beautiful T9 cruisers available, and that's a decent amount of power right there. That's a decent amount of power. Let's go take a look as we put another batch in the oven real quick. Let's go take a quick peek at where we stand in Galaxy Star, and we should be in first place by a good milestone. And we're gonna keep going a little bit more. We're gonna keep going a lot more, actually. I want to get a good advantage, not have to worry too much. And if anyone else shows up in KE or something like that, we got another card up our sleeve before we allow KE to be something that is significant in this fight. And you'll see that in a coming video. Every stage that I push, I'll explain to you why I'm doing it. For me, Galaxy Star is a matter of building yourself up rather than tearing each other apart. KE killing event is fantastic, but it's essentially people killing each other and wasting speed ups and resources on healing. So I preach to do Galaxy Star in a matter that you are building up your account rather than tearing down another account. So that's what we're doing right here. We're building ourselves up. We're making sure that we have every weapon in our arsenal available. We still have a decent amount of speed ups left, but we are starting to run a little bit low on them, a little bit. We probably got like 3 or 4 more batches to go before. I think we'll even run out of speed ups before we run out of resources. And I might dump like 30k corium onto this just for the sake of, you know, getting more of these T9 cruisers, which we're now up to 429 of them. So the push is real. It is happening. I'll be a little bit upset and a little bit salty if a kingdom buff shows up after, or a nebula buff, I guess I would say, shows up after I'm done, which is a plausible thing to happen low key. And so, yeah, I might leave a little bit of the generic speed ups just in case we need some for like healing and stuff like that. It costs us about 15 per. Oh, yeah, we can give you a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? Click this like no one's business real quick, and just get this batch, and then we'll go open more. But it costs about 15 of the 1 hours and then a ton of the 5s. And that means that we technically have 10 more to go. Right now, we're going to be down a good amount of 1 hour speed ups. So maybe this will be the time where we start using a little bit of corium just to make sure we have some generic speed ups left over. Let me go check really quickly what's the status on Galaxy Star. How far are we? Well, I'd like to triple the amount of points that PSD currently has. Shout out to PSD, an insane warrior, second biggest guy in this nebula. He's fighting hard with Captain Dish and Captain Mad and whatnot. Finally cracked through Captain Dish, but to catch Captain Mad is going to take some time. Anyway, let's go get a little bit of more corium opened up. We definitely opened up a ton of titanium for no real reason, which is kind of funny. But the corium, I feel like we can open another like 200 of these without even caring for it too much. That'll put us at a shape where worst case scenario, we have resources at hand. I doubt anyone will come at us. And so let's do this. Let's use a little bit of corium. And so what we're going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think that 13 will keep us above 100, and we can also queue one more batch to go. And I feel like we're in a good shape. We definitely we're almost at the point of the triple. I might train just a tad bit more. Let's go get these extra guys right here done, just so we don't have to. We can reach our goal of, oh baby, it's a triple. Oh yeah, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Let's get that triple real quick. This should do the trick. And screw it. Use a little bit of speed ups, and we can do this for the remainder. We have so much more to go, but I'll run out of speed ups and corium before I run out of resources. So I guess we can push the frigate research as well, just to have that available. But I definitely didn't think I would run out of speed ups before I run out of resources. That's an interesting one. But we have reached what is this? 442 million points. 42 million points on the first stage. I think we're going to stop here. I'm going to consult with a couple of people to see if this is enough or not. But if it's not enough, I might push a little bit more after. But you guys got to see a little bit of a whale mode type of thing. We gained about 4 million power. And now let's go see really quickly what we get done here. So if we go into here really quickly and put you here, and we can bring like the Bronte second type of thing to focus up straight on cruisers. And this is an all-moment. Well, not exactly, because there's, what is that? We don't want that. You have 16,000 of the 19,000 leadership possible as T9s, which is very nice. And we'll supplement the rest with a T8s. And it puts us at 5.3 base in terms of our strength and in terms of the power of our fleet. And that's just like the very beginning type of thing. Lots more T9s will be trained. But for now, I'm Gecko. I'm out of here. Personally, if you drop a like on this video, subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in a future video coming up in the next few days where we're going to keep pushing more points for this Galaxy Star, and I'll keep you updated whether we win it or not. Take care. Have a good one. Peace.